throw balls far. You want good words? Data languager.
Talk real sports with a real man.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
And now, here's the be-all, end-all, know-it-all of high school, college, and pro sports. Aaron Skinny Calc with the Skinny on Sports.
We're talking about practice, man. I'm the MVP.
Good Garrison Financial Friday out there, Western Oklahoma. Welcome to the Skinny on Sports, right here on 98.1 FM, the Sports Animal. Glad to have you along for the next hour. Scotty G is in the house. Football is back. Week 0, some high school football games last night. Of course, there's tons tonight. Full schedule. College football coming up. Is there games tonight? Or is it all commence tomorrow?
I think it's all tomorrow.
All tomorrow. But football's back. The long wait has returned. So we'll talk a little bit. At the end of the show, we'll talk about the Big Elks with Shawnee coming to town. Also what we'll be watching as far as around the state. Some scores from last night in high school football, week 0. Some impressive wins. Almost an impressive win for the state of Oklahoma. Almost. There was a boatload of softball and baseball that was played yesterday at Arapahoe. Boatload of that, and there's plenty more coming up this weekend. Did you ever think you'd see a day when some random judge around the country could tell the SEC what to do? It's what happened yesterday.
It's happening.
It's what happened yesterday. Is this just
Don't these judges have more important things to do?
Probably not.
Not if they're an alum.
I mean,
well, it's starting to not just be, hometown judge guys. It's all over everybody's wanting to get their name out there. Is this just a one-year thing though? Is this just all stemming from the 5 for 5 being enacted, and now you can retroactively go back with guys that didn't know this rule was even going to be in existence?
Yeah.
So is this just the only time we're going to see this? And then from here on, everybody knows the rules and it's done, or is this going to be a constant? You know what? I cannot wait for games to start so we don't have to talk about this. We can actually talk about football. Where have you not been that you'd love to go watch a game?
Like college or football?
I would go with
or
college.
Any sport? Just college?
College football. College football, where have you where have you not been that you'd love to go? All right, 225-9698 is the phone or the text line. That is 225-9698. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We can talk about any of those things, whatever else might be on your mind. Feel free to chime right in at 225-9698. If you're going to be outside the listening area, a couple ways to stay in touch with the show. Log on to kadsam.com or download the app. Paragon app's got it all, and you can download it for free with radio, Penny News. Go pick up a free copy of the Penny News. Check it out online through the app at thepennynews.com. Big Elk TV, plenty going on today. Noon for the Elkette softball team. 6 o'clock for the Elkette softball team, as I saw pictures last night on the old Facebooks that they have made it to Colorado. Looked like they were enjoying some Top Golf.
Oh, cool.
Last night.
I'm not sure I'd take my team there at risk of messing up my swing.
I was wondering that. It's funny because one of the softball players is Aaron Womack, who is one of our better golfers, if not the best golfer we have on the girls' side. And there's pictures that you could see her. She was like in the background. Everybody was at the table smiling, and she was sitting there. You could tell she was like actually paying attention to the Top Golf, like golfing. I thought that was pretty funny. Just seeing that picture. But so we got noon and 6 for the Elkette softball team up in Colorado. Of course, the Big Elks at 7 o'clock. We'll get going with the pregame around 6:20 with all kinds of stuff in the pregame festivities before the Big Elks kick off the season against the Shawnee Wolves. Check that out on BigElkTV.com. How are you boys today?
Doing good.
Pretty good.
Doing good. I'm excited. Football is back, man.
Me too. I mean, like, yes, high school tonight, but college tomorrow too.
Yeah, it's great.
I was it was really cool last night seeing some high school football. Weatherford looked good. They looked impressive. Then of course that Jinx game, man.
Yeah, I'm jacked, man.
I thought so. Like, I had picked South Lake Carroll to win that game, but I don't feel good about it right now because the way that Jinx pretty much just
gave it away.
Gave it away. Up 27-0 and blew a 27-0 lead. Man,
I didn't catch any of it. I just kind of followed the highlights. Was it a case where numbers wise? I mean, even though we think of Jinx at 6A1 as having tons of guys out, and I'm sure they do, but even then, you always, even at that level, you sort of see a guy or two here and there having to go both ways. Was it that? Or was it just one of those where Carroll got rolling?
So my progression of watching football last night started with Weatherford, Lawton, Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got yelled at that I needed to get on the mower. So I mowed the lawn.
Yes, Jared, we talked about this yesterday. That was your only chance to mow for like a week.
I forgot. And then Allie jumped in. She's like, hey, you need to mow the lawn. You're not
Wait, don't you have a teenager now?
Are you kidding? A teenager that sleeps on the couch after school?
My gosh, man.
But when I got back, it was halftime of the Weatherford game, which they're leading like 13-10 at half.
Yeah.
And then I turned it to Jinx, South Lake Carroll. It was 20-0. 2 plays later, it's 27-0. They went for like on a 4th down. And
yeah, that was the pass, wasn't it? Like a 15 or 20-yard touchdown pass over the middle.
And I thought, whoa, how about this? And the announcers, the dudes talking, they're like, man, give Jinx credit. They came out, punched him in the mouth. They look like they're in control, one of the best teams out of the state of Oklahoma. I thought, okay, this might be Jinx's year, like you think it will be. And then it just I walked away from it, started doing other stuff around the house. And then when I saw South Lake Carroll got the momentum.
Yeah, they scored twice right before half.
From what I saw was you mentioned it before we went on air, they could throw it. Mm-hmm. And I thought, man, Jinx secondary, well, maybe South Lake Carroll's wide receivers are really good, and clearly one of them is going to come to OSU, but who just torched them. I mean, they could not defend this guy. But I thought Jinx's secondary must just be bad.
Well, and what's bad is, I mean, they got a dude going to Florida.
I know.
Back there.
Yeah,
I mean, they got
right.
dudes back there.
I remember them mentioning him. Yeah.
Dillard.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they got dudes back there, and the highlights I saw was
based on our conversation yesterday of like, where do we, get into our helicopter, where would we go? And I said I would like to be in Dallas last to check out the majority of that game, and turns out that was probably a good decision.
Just following the score of one of those games that we picked yesterday to be at, Lincoln Christian and Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd want to be there.
Looked kind of boring, didn't it? Like 27-13 or
25-13.
25-13.
Jones ran 3 plays in the first quarter.
Oh,
Lincoln
wow.
had the ball the whole first quarter.
So that was their defense, was just keep it out of the hands of Reed and Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, they ran 3 plays in the first quarter. Jones did.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
A lot of good teams can do that. A lot of good teams will do that. Just ball control. So I think Weatherford has a good chance this year to make some noise because from what we saw last night, they looked good against Lawton Mac. Took a little bit to get going, but Lawton Mac couldn't stop them up front.
No, they
could not stop. They're huge dudes, and they could just ball control.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make them throw it to beat you, but I don't know if you can. Just because they're good. They're good up front. Got a text. I'm not gonna put that out there, but hopefully everything's okay with all their guys. On the Weatherford side. Okay, so this week has been wild.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely wild with off-field stuff in college football. I mean, did you ever think you'd see a day where dudes would go to NFL camps, play in preseason games, like accumulate stats in preseason games?
If you applied for the draft, you were done.
Well, and then they let you.
If you got an agent, you're done.
Yes,
that's it.
Well, and they have them.
Of course, now you have an agent coming into college.
coming in, Yeah, and then if you even declared for the draft, you were done.
Yeah, that was it.
Then they had that window of time where you could kind of get your feet wet.
Let me see what I'm gonna. Let me see what my possible draft status is gonna be.
And then you could undeclare.
Yeah.
And come back to college. Now you can go and make it all the way till the final cut.
Just do whatever the heck you want, man.
There's a lot of things. I mean, we're one part of it that I don't know that's
Trent Williams going to come back to OU next year.
Well, I mean, who still has eligibility? That's my question. I mean, well, and it looks to me like it almost. So the SEC, these guys are trying to come back. The Big Ten, I think, what was it, Tuesday maybe? Where the Big Ten, middle of the day Tuesday, put out a statement. They all the teams voted, all the chancellors or whatever, that no, anybody, and there's certain stipulations as far as what that means, but went to a camp, signed a contract, whatever it might be, you cannot play in the Big Ten. And that's when we heard the coaches talking about it, Ryan Day, which was against a lot of that even happening. Lane Kiffin, to his credit, got out there and just said, hey, if everybody's going to do it, why shouldn't we do it? Because there's no reason for us to get beat by a guy that's doing it. We might as well get him.
Hey.
But then he said that, and then the SEC came out with basically the same rules as the Big Ten. Nope, we can't do it if you do this and this and this and this. And then yesterday, a judge just said, nope. Sorry, SEC. I thought it was rich when the SEC voted that 15 of the 16 schools voted. LSU abstained from the vote, and it was unanimous. And then as soon as the statement came out, LSU was like, oh, yeah, this is a great deal for the SEC.
Oh, man.
But it's just, I mean, games, the overall point for me is, gosh, games need to start so we can talk about what's happening on the field instead of off.
Yes, they do. They do. And, oh, man, never dreamed that that legalities would determine so much of what is happening in college football.
Like, if I'd have told you this, think about if I'd have told you 10 years ago. Hey, boys. Okay. Not even that long ago. How long? You've been coming on, 4 or 5 years probably?
Yeah.
Let's just say 5 years ago. The first time you stepped in here, I was like, hey, check this out, Scott. You know what's going to start happening?
No.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to have these dudes that they get done with their college football careers, and some of them might have played all 4 years. What they're going to do is they're going to go to these NFL camps, play in a couple of preseason games, and you know what? 12 days before the season starts in college football, they're coming back.
If you would have told me when I started coming on the show, that a guy would come to Oklahoma, beat Texas on a last-minute drive,
catch the winning touchdown pass.
No, throw the winning touchdown pass, and the next year play at Oregon.
And by the way,
kind of still slated to be the starter,
and kind of because Oklahoma told him to go to Oregon,
kind of sort of because Oklahoma said you might ought to just go. I mean, God, college football is so weird, man. It's so alien to what it was especially when back in the barbershop days when I really watched every second of all football. It's just so strange. Wow.
A name, and I kind of like barbershop days, I could have told you like the recruiting aspect of college football, where everybody was from, where they were going.
Oh, I know.
All that kind of stuff. And I still follow high school recruiting because I believe it's way more important than a lot of people do, even though the portal can help. I still think you got to have those guys, even though you don't trust them to stay. But here's a name I totally forgot. Totally forgot. He was at OU. You know who it is?
No.
So Texas got 2 running backs in the portal. One was Raleek Brown, which we all remember him being committed to OU. Reggie Bush looking dude when Lincoln was here. And then as soon as Lincoln left, he ended up going to Arizona State. Might have played at USC, too, for a year, and then Arizona State, and then now at Texas. But the other guy that came from North Carolina State, Hollywood Smothers, you know where he started?
No.
OU.
Yeah,
I do not remember. I do not remember.
I don't remember this guy.
He didn't play much.
Huh.
And then he went to, I guess, North Carolina State. Now he's at Texas.
Well,
just the back and forth.
It's just wild, man. It's insane. Like I say, I mean, guys that are serious, not just starters, but serious contributors to a team, and the next year go somewhere else because, like I say, with Gabriel, hey, bud, we're going to have open tryouts. Not that you're not going to start. Not that you don't have the option to start. We're just going to have open tryouts. I'm going to go to Oregon and take $1 million. I never would have imagined.
You know what else you probably couldn't imagine when that happened? Jackson Arnold not being able to be the starter at UNLV.
Oh, my gosh.
Against that, do you remember that Alex Orji?
Is he not even going to start at UNLV?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I remember Alex Orji at Michigan.
Yeah, I remember that.
I heard Kale say yesterday.
That's an unfortunate last name.
It is an unfortunate last name, but Vegas is a good spot to have it.
I had no idea what this guy's last name was. Yeah. Wow.
So the commentator's having a heyday when he was at Michigan.
Yeah, so he played a little bit at Michigan at quarterback, more of a run guy. And
was Butt still at Michigan when this guy was there?
Jake Butt. Probably so. It would be about the right time.
Don't let those two guys stand next to each other.
You know what?
Oh, no.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think I've seen a meme or them standing on the sidelines with what you're talking about. So, anyhow, they were talking about Jackson Arnold yesterday and him
not where I expected this.
Him really having trouble being the starter, and so Alex Orji is from like DFW area. And Kale said, "Oh yeah, we recruited him as a tight end. He wouldn't go play quarterback for us. There's no chance back then. You know what I mean? But that's unfortunately where the Jackson Arnold story has gone.
That's wild, man.
It is. It really is. When you go back and think, and I'll be honest with you, at the time, because of the eligibility left, I agreed 100%.
Yeah,
Let
no,
Gabriel
yeah,
go.
yeah.
We got a guy that's going to be here for a couple of years, get him started, and
I did too.
The upside, quote unquote.
Hey, we all thought that Jackson Arnold was going to be the superstar,
the next guy,
and that, my friends, is why the word potential gets people fired all the time. In sports,
right. That's exactly right.
They don't get there. All right, let's talk about with the season starting week 0. There's a few games.
Do you get Ryan Leaf or do you get Peyton Manning?
And you go back. A lot of people thought Ryan Leaf was the man. Where have you not been? First off, where have you been? Like on road trips, games, whatever it might be. I mean, I know we're all going to say OU Texas is the coolest experience that you can have in college football, and all that. But where have you been? Where you're like, wow, this is awesome. I think I know what you're going to say.
You do know what I'm going to say. Mine was A&M.
Yeah, I knew that's what you got.
Mine was A&M. It was really cool. It was really cool. The tailgating was cool. The everything was cool. Fans were really friendly. Of course, why would they not be friendly when Von Miller literally ate our offense by himself? You know, but that was an amazing experience. They had 6 or 7 Apache helicopters fly over, and we were, of course, the visiting team, so we're sitting 5 rows from the top, and these Apaches fly over. You can feel the wind coming down from them, and then when they did the Aggie wave or whatever they call it, you know,
Did you feel? I've heard you can feel. It feels like the stadium is kind of moving.
Like it kind of bugged my gut. It did. It did.
I've heard that down there.
Mm-hmm.
You, Jared?
Well, honestly, I haven't been to a lot outside of Dallas and Norman, but I will say this. Stillwater I've been to a couple of times. One for Bedlam, and it was not a pleasant experience because I had an OU shirt on, and, you know, But another one I went to, it was OSU. I think they were hosting Kansas State, and experienced game day at Stillwater. As a neutral fan, that was pretty fun. I thought, Eskimo Joe's and the whole tailgate scene at Stillwater was hopping. They were really good that year. Forget what year it was. It was back in my college days. But someone said, hey, I got an extra ticket. You want to go? I said, yeah, let's go. It'd be fun to check out Stillwater and not get, ridiculed for wearing crimson and cream. So I just wore a neutral shirt and enjoyed it. I did enjoy that.
Yeah, I was there for one of the Texas Tech games. We didn't go in. We just hung out at Joe's. Oh, my. And it was one of those, 5-hour.
Yeah.
Not good.
Offensive.
Yes. And then, but inside.
65 to 63.
Yes, this constant scoring. The Boise game a few years back when they hosted Boise State, we went to that one. That was good. My favorite part about it, you can sit down. It's not even close. I'm serious. That's why I don't want to go to OU games, because I'm not physically in shape enough to stand for that whole time. I'm just not going to do it. Where would you like to go?
That list can get long.
It can get, it could. Notre Dame and Michigan are two places I'd really like to go. I'd really like to take off and go to Michigan. I don't know if I can make that happen. Don't know if that could get – well, I know it's not going to happen, actually, because I have to go to business meetings in Florida on that Sunday, so it's not going to happen. But those two places would be pretty killer to go. The biggest game that I want to go to is the Army-Navy game.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Yeah, I want to go to that game, but are we talking about venues or games?
Just stadiums, basically. But that was definitely. Army Navy's on everybody's list.
The experience would totally, but I'd like to see Army at Army. We almost had that with OU.
Mm-hmm.
At was that West Point? We almost got that, but I agree. Michigan Big House would be fun. I've looked into it as well. Flights are outrageous. Notre Dame though is always going to be number one on my list until I can finally go.
Mm-hmm.
So that just it is what college football is. It's the history there you've talked about. It's kind of like the Masters of college football. There's not a lot of commercialism in it when you get into the stadium, and to see Touchdown Jesus and all that stuff. So I think Notre Dame would probably be at the very top of my list, followed probably the Big House, Michigan. But there's some great, I like to see Ole Miss, but not for the game, but maybe for the tailgate scene.
Tennessee,
go
to the river and all that stuff.
There's a lot of places down south. Baton Rouge, I think would be fun at night. Those are probably the ones right there. Alabama doesn't do anything for me. I'm trying to think like big time programs matched with their stadiums. Alabama doesn't do anything for me. Auburn doesn't do anything for me. Those are the ones for me. What about you, Scan?
I had Tennessee number one.
Yeah.
On the SEC list.
Mm-hmm.
At Ole Miss. Florida.
Really, Florida?
Mm-hmm. I've heard that place is as loud as it gets. From a guy that was on the sidelines back in 2003 or 4 when Ole Miss was there with Eli.
Florida might have been as loud as it got in 2003 or 4. I don't know that it's still that loud right now. We'll see.
The Tebow years were.
Yeah.
So I know you guys already did this. Who's your dark horse pick to come out of nowhere in college football this year?
Out of nowhere, like
holy cow, this team might have a chance to win the championship.
Oh, to win the whole thing?
To win the whole kit and caboodle? I've got a list of teams that I think are national title contenders. I could probably cherry pick one of those.
I don't know about winning the title, but people don't like it because of what happened here. But I think this is the year that USC is actually going to make the playoff. I really do.
I do think they'll make the playoff.
I think they'll make the playoff. I don't know if they can. They can't win it necessarily. See, I think Penn State has a chance to make the playoff too because their schedule is awful. They've got the Indiana schedule from a couple years ago, and with Campbell, we've seen what he can do at Iowa State. All that. See, that Iowa State's a place I'd love to go. I heard the tailgating at Iowa State.
Yeah,
is
I have heard that
phenomenal.
too. Yeah,
need to go early.
Yeah,
need to be like a September game before it gets cold because I'm not going where it's cold.
Yep.
I'm not a cold guy whatsoever. That's why all my list was south. I had Notre Dame, but I need to go early to Notre Dame and early to Iowa State and then head her on down to the southeast.
I want to be at Notre Dame like early fall, like when the foliage is happening and crisp in the air. But I'm with you, not when it's like snowing.
Well, I'd just be afraid of when that is, and it could be snowing.
Yeah, you just never
that's
know.
a risk.
I'll go like the middle of September. I'll miss the fall foliage tour and get there where it's not cold.
Hey, side note about Iowa State. I was thinking about this the other day. Are Iowa State fans, do they have like as much disdain and vitriol towards Matt Campbell for leaving like OU fans had towards Lincoln Riley?
Heck
I don't know how they could
because he left. He took pretty much the whole team with him.
Because 3 years ago they were half of them were trying to run him out of town.
That's true.
I think and this may just be like the perception of it. But for me, how in the world could you be mad at Matt Campbell if you're an Iowa State fan when he's by far the winningest coach you ever had?
By a mile.
I mean, you go back and look at like his 10-win seasons or even like 8-win season. He's got more in his time at Iowa State than the history of the program.
Yeah.
Stuff like, I mean, it was,
I think that the realist, like, it was real. It was fun, but there's no realistic way of us keeping him.
I don't think
that's the standard at Iowa State.
Now, if it was a basketball coach that left and took their people, yeah, they'd be mad.
Oh yeah.
I think football is just a different idea there at Iowa State just because of the history of it.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Signetti left Indiana. Well, they go get mad.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought the similarities were the same. Where
it turns out, little did we know
Riley
that
left.
Indiana has so much money that he's not going to.
No, yeah.
Well, he's also like 65. He ain't going to.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
It'll be the end of it. But I don't think so. I think Iowa State people are. I would assume it's totally assumption, but I would think that they would be. Hey, man, thanks. Mm-hmm. You've at least given us a chance to.
I know an Iowa State grad. I'm gonna have
decent.
to. I need to ask her.
I mean, I'm sure there's the lunatics in the fan base that are mad, just like anywhere would be. But I think it's a totally different situation.
Right.
One where the school and the history of the school and the football program and all that.
They're not giving him a Tebow nickname.
I don't think so. They might have knighted him by now.
Yeah,
he may be Sir Matt
Here in
Campbell.
about a decade, they might actually build a statue for him because they're not going to match that anymore. Again.
And I hope
hard to see.
And I hope
I'll put money on that one.
You are doom and gloom for poor Iowa State.
And you know what? I hope the statue is the replica of one of those plays in the Big 12 title game against Oklahoma, where they like jumped offside and just screaming,
pointing at the refs.
Yes, that's exactly the one I want because he had that crazy face that he could make. He could really get mad.
He did.
Oh, man.
What do you got going on this weekend?
This weekend? Not much of nothing this weekend. I've got some things I got to do, but no, next weekend's a big one. I'll go watch the parade with my mom and dad, and then I'll be at the house smoking meat and watching football. Melissa knows. Saturday of rodeo weekend, as soon as the parade is over and I can get my butt back to the house, the grill will start, and I'm not leaving.
Now, do you set up at the shop downtown?
Do I set up? What do you mean?
I mean, do you watch the parade?
Watch it from your office?
From your
No,
office?
I don't know why we don't. No,
I don't either because it's easy out.
I know it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
just parking. Well, can you park in the back anymore?
No, you
can
park
park
by the
now,
rig,
though.
yeah.
That's fine, though. And then you're right out of there.
Good. Yeah. Man.
Get home.
No, we go to the Storms.
Okay.
Yep. Only been doing it for – I'm 50, so that's how long we've been doing it.
No football game on Friday night?
Jared.
You going to Norman?
No, I'm not going to go to Norman on Friday night. No.
As I would imagine as the the years have rolled by, that is not quite as festive. Is that the right word to say?
I don't think it's as festive as it used to be.
Used to be?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
All the revelers are 50 now.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. It's pretty family involved. So it'll be a good time. Yep.
So what's going on at Garrison Financial?
Oh, hey, doing a lot of estate planning here lately. A lot of people are taking a look and realizing that they don't have their ducks in a row. We're getting people together with some attorneys, and I'm working with their attorneys and working with their CPAs and making sure that the plan is going to bless their family when they're gone instead of be an issue for their family when they're gone. So if that sounds like something that you need to think about, holler at me. Come down. Let's talk about it.
Scott@SoonerWealth.com is the email address. 124 North Main is the physical location downtown. 821-1219 is his phone number.
You guys have a great week.
You too.
We are 1 week away from real football. No, I mean, not real football. I mean, we got a great game tonight. I'm excited to see it. But we're 1 week away from the college showdown. It's going to be glorious.
Yeah. I'm really ready for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Because then we're going to know. Then we will know if we have a reason to get excited this year or
start burning OU jerseys. Now you're going to know. You'll know a lot about the teams that we talk about the most that day. Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas.
Yep.
You'll know all three of those.
Yes, we will.
We'll know tons about, but it'll still be fun to watch them no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Next week. All right, Scotty. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yep, y'all do the same.
Will do. Scott@SoonerWealth.com. Email 124 North Main is the office location. 821-1219. Garrison Financial. Scotty G can help you with about anything. Maybe in your golf swing at times. It's Garrison Financial Friday. We'll be back. High school stuff the rest of the way. Skinny on Sports on the Sports Animal.
Hello, my name is Scott Garrison. You may remember me as Scott the Barber or just as Ron and Carla's son. I've been involved in our community since opening Scott's Barbershop on the southeast corner of 3rd and Main in 1998. Now I'm back in the same building as Garrison Financial. I started investing in my 20s. I invested through the dot-com crash and the Great Recession. I started caring for other people's money in 2018, and I truly enjoy sitting down with my clients, understanding their wants and needs as well as what keeps them up at night. Whether my friends just want me to invest a little of their savings or want me to work with their tax and legal professionals to strive towards optimal efficiency, we can do it all. I believe communication is key to helping my clients reach their goals. For if we are faithful over a few things, we shall be given more. Contact me at scott@SoonerWealth.com. Securities offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research, Inc., a broker-dealer member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Cambridge Investment Research Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor. Garrison Financial and Cambridge are not affiliated. This communication is strictly intended for individuals residing in the states of Colorado, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Texas. No offers may be made or accepted from any resident outside the specific states referenced. Cambridge does not offer tax and legal advice.
The Skinny on Sports.
Mark, yeah, Ing, yeah.
Welcome back. Garrison Financial Friday right here on the Skinny on Sports, 98.1 FM, the Sports Animal. Appreciate Scotty G stopping by as he does most each and every Friday throughout the year. You can tell there's a little bit more energy in Scotty G with the football starting, getting ready to go. Yeah. We'll be back to good stuff once the game started. Just ready for the games to start and quit talking about some judge in some small county in whatever state that's allowing insanity to rule the roost in college football.
It feels like it is a one-year thing, the 5-for-5 thing. And I think when they have conference meetings in the offseason, they'll get more stricter rules that judges can't.
I hope so.
You would think,
I hope so.
You can't tell us how to run our league, run our conference. These are our bylaws.
But that may all have to come about through collective bargaining.
Yeah.
To be able to supersede that.
And I've seen someone say, well, all the coaches have to do is not play these guys that are choosing to come back. Well, if it's going to help them win, they're going to play them. This is a whole ordeal. This is the whole deal. You can rip Lane Kiffin all you want. But at the end of the day, he's like, this gives me a chance to win.
Yeah.
And win immediately at LSU. So I can't blame him. It's hard for me to blame him. Is he a snake? Yeah, but he's not breaking laws or rules here.
Have you seen The Fansville.
No.
Was that real?
Stay in your lane. I think it is. I think because On 3 reposted it.
Okay.
They're kind of commenting on
Boz pulls him over as the sheriff of Fansville for an illegal lane violation. I mean, the timing of that.
I mean, it's cool that he participates in that. Then that is the thing of what we like about Lane Kiffin is he's kind of gotten cool where he could even make fun of himself.
Yeah, and I don't think he cares what you think about him.
No, that too. You're right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
He could double barrel you.
Is that Dr. Pepper water tower going to be done in Norman by next Friday?
I don't know. Fansville and Norman. You'll have to report back.
Oh, I will.
I guess that would be Tuesday.
That's right. We are off on Monday.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I got to adjust music logs to reflect new scheduling of music. Anyway.
It's never too early to talk about the Cowboys winning it all, but I'm trying not to just beat that on the ground.
This is the best time of year to do it.
Games haven't started.
Games haven't started. And they're what, 2-0 in preseason?
Plenty of room on the old Dallas Cowboy bandwagon for everybody. But just better hop on early. It's going to be full by the time, middle of October rolls around.
Yes, we did get into the new press box yesterday, and yes, that AC. I'm gonna have to get a hoodie.
I honestly told Kara, I was like, man, I might have to take my pullover.
It's a little
or
chill.
turn it down. I didn't even look for.
No, there's a little remote.
There is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did. It was
on the windowsill over by me.
Okay. My head was kind of swimming around a little bit with all the things.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very, very nice.
I ran something by Wyatt last night. And he was like,
Well, there might not be a choice there, Wyatt, if there's a reflection in that window.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so.
It would save us having to make sure he has ears that he could hear us.
That's what I said. Well, at least this week, I think you're fine because it's not feasible.
Yeah.
At the moment. Anyhow.
I did price some new equipment last night.
We'll see.
Have to be extra nice to the boss for the next couple of weeks.
All right, week 0 games last night on the high school football gridiron. There were a few. Weatherford looked really good down at MacArthur, beating Lawton Mac 40-17, especially in the second half.
Yeah, it was 13-10 at half.
Yeah, so outscoring them 27-7 in the second half. And a lot of what we talked about yesterday, as we both picked them to win the district, was just up front. They're so good. They're so good up front. And in order to beat them, someone's going to have to make them throw it to beat you. But that's a lot easier said than done with what they've got. And those guys, the talent that they've got up front.
It's a perfect situation for a new quarterback when you have a really good offensive line. When you're trying to get your new quarterback acclimated and comfortable and settled in. So if he has even like an extra second to sit back in a pocket to go through his progression and everything, that makes his life a lot easier, and then he'll get more confident. So, new quarterback, but I think if he has those guys by, week 5, week 4, he could be pretty comfortable.
Another thing
in throwing the football
that was impressive about them last night was the defense. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know MacArthur's roster from last year to this year. But they only put up 17 against that Weatherford defense last night. You look back at last year, that was a 10-3 team, MacArthur, that made it to the semifinals in Class 5A before losing to Bishop McGinnis in the semis.
I was wondering last night how far they go last year.
And the offensive output, they lost the first game to Elgin 42-21. So they put 21 on Elgin last year. 28 on McGinnis in the semifinal loss. Other than that, you're talking about 50, 60, 60, 50, 45, 41, 46, 45, 70 on Del City in the 5A quarterfinals, 57 on Noble. I mean, that was a high-powered offense.
It does make you wonder who they lost, but still, yeah.
Take nothing away from Weatherford.
No, that's a pretty good win for Weatherford.
Nothing whatsoever.
On the road, no less.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
On the road, week 0, that's a heck of a win. I tell you another very impressive win with guys I know that they lost off last year's team was Hollis.
Yeah.
Hollis going to Texoma. Texoma dropping down from A1 to B2, so 11-man down to 8. And Hollis went up there and won 34-16 and really kind of ran away at the end. Texoma's had 16-12 in the third quarter, and then Hollis just mashed the gas and they won 34-16. Woodward won their opener 58-6 over Western Heights. I think I think Woodward is going to be way improved.
Yeah, I don't care if it's Western Heights or if it's Bixby. If you're scoring 50 or more points, you're doing something.
And they did
right.
it pretty quick.
They did it. I think it was 52-0 or something at halftime.
Something like that. Yeah. It was. So that's a team that we both thought would be improved. Yep. It was improved last year. If you just went from game 1 to game 10, Woodward got a lot better by the end of the year last year, and they look like maybe they're going to keep that rolling. We've already talked about Southlake Carroll and Jinx. Man, Jinx jumped out 27-0 down in the Cotton Bowl. I was patting myself on the back with both hands and my feet because I think Jinx is going to be the 6A1 champs, and then Southlake Carroll. Those 2 touchdowns right before half, got back in it, and then it was kind of back and forth. Jinx still led 33-21 with like 6 or 7 minutes to go. After Carroll muffed that punt, Jinx punched it in to take 2-score lead, but Carroll ends up winning 34-33. Lincoln Christian kind of choked out Jones. I mentioned earlier that Jones ran 3 plays in the first quarter. That was 25-13. So Lincoln Christian, after being the 3, you realize that was a battle of 2 undefeated state champs from last year.
I think I knew that.
And they flipped classes.
They just traded places.
Yeah, they traded places. So Lincoln Christian beats Jones 25-13 last night. In fast pitch, Arapahoe was a busy place, and it's going to be a busy place for the next couple of days. Pool play on the fast pitch side, Canute beat Sealing 6-4. Leedy beat Bingeroni 7-4. Leedy also beat Cordell 14-0. Wacomas, which, by the way, Wacomas last night had a huge win. Unranked, the rankings I'd seen, unranked Wacomas beat like number 3 Timberlake 40-0 in football, something like that.
Oh, football.
Yeah, in football.
I thought we were so softball.
No. In football. In football. Wacomas, they seem to be the team that over the last few years, it seems like they're around in area basketball tournaments, state basketball tournaments, boys and girls, softball. You know what I mean? That's been a steadily improving place, Wacomas.
They're in a great location.
Yeah.
Just there south of Enid. They can get some people there, yeah.
They beat Hydro Weekly 11-0. Merritt won twice yesterday, 4-3 against Sealing, 13-4 over Arnett. Excuse me. Lakiva Sickles won 2 close ones, 4-2 against Sayre and 3-2 against Shattuck. The Cheyenne Raiden beat Shattuck 8-7. So Lady Bears still rolling along pretty nicely. And Oklahoma Bible beat Cordell 6-1. That was the pool play games yesterday. There's a slew of them again today before it kind of breaks out. On the baseball side of things at Arapahoe Butler yesterday, Sentinel won 4-2 over Lakiba Sickles and had to play Arapahoe to get in the semifinals. Arapahoe shut them out 14-0. Sterling shut out Fletcher 3-0. Verdon blanked Bingeroni 13-0, as did Okarche against Blair Granite. So the semifinals today on that fall baseball side over there in Arapahoe Butler, you got AB versus Sterling, Verdon versus Okarche on the fall baseball side at Arapahoe Butler.
Are you looking for baseball today right over here at
I saw that.
Ackley?
Is that just kind of like a round-robin thing?
Festival.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the schedule. I saw this pop up on my feed last night.
Saw the teams.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. It's Calumet, Canute, Leedy, and
is it Navajo?
Vicide.
It's Vicide.
Or is it Navajo?
I wasn't sure what that other emblem was.
I was looking off of logos.
That's what I was doing too. Here, I got you right here. I'll pull up the schedule.
I had a list, and even a schedule. We'll race and see.
Navajo. I bet you it's Navajo. Yeah, because I've got Navajo playing Leedy at 2:30 and Calumet at 4:30. Or maybe 7:30.
Canute's playing at noon. Here we go.
Leedy at noon.
Canute and Leedy at noon.
And 5 o'clock against Calumet.
Yeah, that's fun. That's cool. All right here. I love that field's being utilized in the fall. And they've done this for quite a few years.
Yeah.
They've had this festival.
Better get there early. Parking will be at a premium.
Yeah.
With football.
But it's cool when, like, we're playing football and you can look south and you can see the lights on the baseball field. It's pretty neat.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed it is. All right,
By the way, I've been asked to give a shout out to Nixon Baker.
Yeah.
On his recovery. Won't dive into the injury, but had to have surgery. Big part of that baseball team. So hopefully he gets back ready to go.
We're going to have to start giving away rodeo tickets.
Yeah. I didn't know it came with rib crib stuff here.
This next one, Saturday's tickets do.
Oh, just one pair do.
Yes.
You want to give it away today, or we tease it, or what?
I've got a trivia question.
We got 10 minutes to do it.
We'll probably save it till Monday.
Good idea.
Come back to wrap up Garrison Financial Friday next on the Skinny on Sports.
Hello, my name is Scott Garrison. You may remember me as Scott the Barber or just as Ron and Carla's son. I've been involved in our community since opening Scott's Barbershop on the southeast corner of 3rd and Main in 1998. Now I'm back in the same building as Garrison Financial. I started investing in my 20s. I invested through the dot-com crash and the Great Recession. I started caring for other people's money in 2018, and I truly enjoy sitting down with my clients, understanding their wants and needs as well as what keeps them up at night. Whether my friends just want me to invest a little of their savings or want me to work with their tax and legal professionals to strive towards optimal efficiency, we can do it all. I believe communication is key to helping my clients reach their goals. For if we are faithful over a few things, we shall be given more. Contact me at scott@soonerwealth.com. Securities offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research, Inc., a broker-dealer member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Cambridge Investment Research Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor. Garrison Financial and Cambridge are not affiliated. This communication is strictly intended for individuals residing in the states of Colorado, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Texas. No offers may be made or accepted from any resident outside the specific states referenced. Cambridge does not offer tax and legal advice.
The Skinny on Sports.
No.
Welcome back, Skinny on Sports, Garrison Financial Friday, 98.1 FM, the sports animal. All right, Jared, tonight, Big Elk TV, the Big Elks open the football season for 2026 at home against the Shawnee Wolves. It's a 4A versus 5A matchup, a lot like what we saw last night with Weatherford and Lawton Mac. Similar situation here. The Elks got some familiar faces at certain positions. Also have a bunch of new guys that we're going to get to know over the next few years as their varsity careers really begin and start to get out on the field for a few of them. It's interesting because there's some unknown, there's some known, and it'll just be kind of nice to get out and kind of see, okay, here's where the starting point is against a 5A opponent that was one win away from being in the playoffs a year ago. They were in 2024 in Shawnee. They got some skill guys out there. They look big up front, which Elk City kind of does too, and especially for being young. In certain places on the offensive line. So I just, people are like, how are we going to be? I don't know.
I know.
Let's find out. You know what I mean?
Been asked the same question.
It's kind of.
So show up and find out.
That's right. And here's the thing: something new that's trying to get started in kind of a. I mean, I know there's a pep rally at the school, but then out for home games, they're going to bus over to the hospital at 4:00 and eat like a little bit of a pregame meal. I'm sure it's not going to be a big, giant meal, but sandwiches and that kind of thing.
Right.
Just get something on their bellies before the team meetings start. From the hospital, they're going to go down 3rd Street, come up in front of the baseball field, and then get out at the main entrance to Big Elk Stadium on the south end, and then walk up from there to the field house. And everyone is encouraged to come at 4:30. That's going to happen about 4:30. So kind of like, you see a lot of the college football teams that walk through the fans and get to where they're going as far as the stadium goes. That's sort of the idea here.
I like it.
So that's something that's starting, and so that's going to happen be there at 4:30. Hopefully that thing grows and grows through the years to where, heck, they might walk through 100 yards of fans, you know what I mean, to get all the way down to the north end and get to the field house and get the preparation started.
Here's the key. You get the kids there.
Yep.
Once the kids see that and they go, oh, that could be me in a few years.
That's right.
That's how it starts. That's how it keeps going.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So a little pregame festivities there at 4:30 for the Elk Walk.
The Elk Walk, I like it.
I think it's what it's been termed as. So that'll be something new something fresh and something that could be pretty cool. Like you said, little kid, little fifth grade kid or something has a favorite player, slap hands, and all of a sudden, let's go. So that's neat ahead of the game tonight. We'll go on about 6:20 or so. Will be a pregame, 7 o'clock for the kick. BigElkTV.com. Cool 94 for radio. I just kind of want to see how much improved some of the guys we saw last year are. I know maybe a little bit more attacking on the defensive side, a little bit more spread out maybe on the offensive side. Just got to see how that all goes. And where, like I said, where the starting point is to figure out how to get to where you want to be at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's a perfect opponent in my opinion with 5A Shawnee and a team that's hungry as well. So it's not just one of those opening game cupcake type games. It's a test, and Elk City's never been shy from scheduling games like this to start off the season. Canadian and Pampa, and so the list goes on and on. I'm anxious to see more individually quarterback play. I'm gonna keep close eye on him. I think there's potential there with Talaferro, and defensively too. How aggressive are they going to be? And really, how much are we going to see? We all want to win the game, but probably. And the coach stated it best, when you schedule these non-district games, it's to find out what we need to work on for make a run at a district title and a deep playoff run. So, what will we see in that regard? Like, okay, we're going to try this, didn't work, or, oh, that worked. Mm-hmm. We need to keep an eye on that. We need to look at that. There's been plays in the past where, like that trap play was like the bread and butter every once in a while, like 4 or 5 years ago. So, I'm just anxious to see the approach tonight, and more individually the quarterback play. I'm excited. I'm excited.
No doubt. Get out. I mean, as much as, yes, we want you to watch, but nothing beats the experience in the stands, especially for the guys on the field.
Yeah, we've said
creating that awesome atmosphere inside Big Elk Stadium. It helps.
It helps. It matters.
I'm sure we'll have our eye on Chandler, with Clinton going to Chandler tonight, just to get an idea of, we saw kind of where Weatherford is to start, see where Clinton is to start. Obviously, Woodward was really good last night at home there against Western Heights. So just, the teams around the district, we talked about it yesterday, the game in Thomas with Mangum and Thomas locally has been a good one the last couple of years for a district title. They're not in the same district, obviously, playing week 1. But that'll be a little bit of a measuring stick for both of those teams that in different classes this year. But depending on the poll you look at, both top 5 teams in their respective class, with Mangum 5, I think, in the Oklahomans poll. Thomas was 3 in A2, Mangum in A1 this year. So that'll be one. Obviously, the game, the highlight, or the headliner around the state is going to be Bixby out of Wasso.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Yeah.
That'll be the one. And then I think we'll always sort of have a little bit of an eye on the chase that Carl Albert's on to try to set the 11-man state record winning streak. They're at 53. I think Jinx was Bixby was 58. That's what they're chasing. And they, like you said yesterday, Newcastle is the opponent, which Newcastle, since moving out of our district in 4A and jumping up to 5A, they've held their own just fine. They've gotten better and better. I do think they have a brand new coach, first-year head coach this year over there in Newcastle, as Coach Brickman is no longer there. Bo Bradshaw is the head coach at Newcastle.
Where did the Newcastle coach go? I think
he retired.
Oh, just call it a
career? Called it a career.
Cool. Okay.
Or went to administration. I can't remember. But I do remember that happened after last year. But boy,
they're set up pretty good in Newcastle. I think they're all right.
Well, they have a heck of a schedule.
Well, yeah, we thought that like last year or 2 years ago when they made the jump to 5A, and they fared pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, they've held their own.
Yeah.
I think they were district champs one year in the last couple.
Yeah. They're kind of like the Missouri of 5A. Yeah. Like they went to a new conference, and in this case, a new class, and they did pretty good. It's like when Missouri first got to SEC.
Right.
They're in the SEC championship game for like the first 2 years.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I know this. They have a lot of kickers in Newcastle.
Oh, I was wrong.
Is he still the coach?
No. I was wrong about the guy number 1. Now I'm seeing I thought he was going to OSU. Now I'm seeing Illinois.
Wrong orange.
Yeah. I thought I saw that last night. Anyway, sorry.
Well, OSU would be lucky to have him. I don't know why. Maybe they could still swoop in and get him.
They must have had a different receiver. There's one down there.
Well, that's the intrigue of that game is you see some of those games, those high-profile high school games on ESPN, which, by the way, that game should have been on ESPN last night. I think that was a preseason football game. But you see a lot of future college stars in games like that.
Man, that's the thing that I noticed in kind of looking around the state, especially in Tulsa. The big schools, there are so many Division I prospects or commits in the Tulsa area now.
Oh yeah!
Holy cow! I mean, it's becoming a hotbed of recruiting around the country.
Yeah,
there in Tulsa with those programs, just how much they've started to build them up. And Bixby's led that chart. Well, Jinx and Union for a long time, but then everybody else is jumping in too. And you look on those rosters between like the big 4 up there with Jinx, BA, Bixby, and Owasso. Man, there's like 3 or 4 D1 guys on every single team. Whereas used to, you might have 3 or 4 in the city.
No, it's elevated itself up there like the South Lake Carols or
the DFW area.
Name them all. I mean, in the DFW area, there's always multiple prospects.
Yeah,
it's turning into that in the Tulsa area.
No doubt about it. All right, got softball at noon and 6 on Big Elk TV. Softball girls, the Elkettes up in Colorado today and tomorrow, and then of course, football starts tonight. The Shawnee Wolves in town. 7 o'clock, Big Elk TV. Get out to Big Elk Stadium if you can. Should be a pleasant evening. Not just as unbearable hot as it has been.
Oh, when the sun goes down.
Yeah, and the good news is it'll be
right.
behind the...
Yeah.
We get shade pretty early.
There's a bigger
press box.
Bigger press box, yeah.
Have a great day.
You've been listening to the Skinny on Sports podcast with Aaron Cow. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to get alerts of when the latest podcast is available. Thanks for listening.
That ball is blistered to right. Way